We will now start with the one-shot synths. Make a new MIDI channel. I will place a drum rack on the MIDI. And I will use some one-shot synths I created for another track, which never got finished. This is the MIDI pattern I got after some playing around. I'm raising the release so the sound can develop fully. And raising the volume to 0 dB. Some EQing, mainly just to cut out the low end. One more cut. A bit steeper this time, just to be sure I got all of it. Some saturation. A bit of reverb. Putting down the mix. I need a smaller room here. And now for some compression. I will try to capture the transients. And then I will pull back on the drive-at signal and pull the threshold down. Now check it within the mix. Playing around with the levels. I think I can compress it a little bit more. I think I can get away with some more reverb. Okay, a new synth. Okay, I will use this patch. I will make a new audio channel. I will then resample the synth, I will turn off the limiters so it doesn't get recorded with limiting. I need to turn the synth a bit up. Okay, now let's record. Okay, that's better. Okay, we just need one. I will choose the best one, the one I like the most. That's good. I will copy this waveform into our drum rack with one shots. Rename it. And now draw in a MIDI note. Try to find where can I fit in that synth. Need to turn the volume up. Turn on the limiters back so I can have more volume. Sounding nice. I think that's a good place for it. Some more reverb. Putting up the release so it doesn't end so abruptly. I see it's a bit too quiet. I will raise the volume a bit. Okay. A bit lower. Yes, that's good. Maybe additional EQ on this sound. I need to cut out that low end. That's a bit too much. Okay, some more cutting. I hear a ringing here. I will try to cut it out. Okay, there it is. I'm just going to cut it out. Some A and Bing to see the difference. Maybe I can put a delay here. I will try it out. That's sounding nice. That's a bit too long. Gotta hear it. Yeah, that's too long. That's much better. Yes. I will set up the filters on the delay. Try the ping pong option. I can now delete the audio channel and we can start working on the next synth. I will load up the next patch. This one is a bit harder. Okay. I will try out a ping pong delay here. I will raise the gain a bit. I will freeze it and then copy the wave file, the waveform. I will now copy the waveform into the drum rack, rename it. Delete the instance of massive, and now I will try to find a good place for this new synth. Raising the volume up. Yes, that's sounding nice. Yes, I like that. Let's go on to the next synth. Another instance of massive. MIDI note in the key of G. I will load the next patch. Okay, a bit lower. Yes, that's much better. Yes, I like it with the filter down and filter up, so I think I will make two instances of this synth, one with the closed filter and one with the open filter. I will turn off the limiters because I will record these synths rather than freezing them, because I will use the two states, one with the open and one with the closed filter. I will cut out the low end now. Yes, that's good. Maybe some saturation. I will place the saturation before the EQ. I will turn up the volume. Okay. And I will place a limiter so it won't clip. I will now record the two states, one open and one closed filter. I need to open it a bit now. Okay. Okay, that's it. I will delete the instance of Massive, cleaning out the files. Making sure they're the same length. And now I'm just dragging and dropping into the drum rack. Renaming. Putting up the volume. And now we find a good place for these synths in our pattern. Now it's just experimenting until you find a good place for it. Trying to hear it in context. Putting back the limiter on so I can hear it a bit louder. Okay, now the next synth, another instance of Massive, MIDI note in a key of G. Now let's open the next patch. I will use two notes this time. To make it a little bit more interesting. Turning off the limiters so I can record them without the limiting. Turning up the volume on the synth. Some saturation on the sound. Cutting out the low end. Some compression. Trying to capture the initial transient. And then I will back off the compressor. Okay. Now just back off the compressor so I don't squash the sound too much. Give it a bit of gain. I actually won't record it. I will freeze it. And then flatten it. And I will duplicate it. On one instance, I will cut out the first note, and on the second copy, I will cut out the second note. Just crop sample. I will drag and drop into our one-shot synth drum rack, renaming it. Deleting the instance of massive. And now to find a good place for these one-shots. I need to turn up the volume on them. Okay. Yes, that's sounding nice. I will have two different instances, two different patterns. The second will be slightly different. Yes, I like that. I think I can get away with some more gain. I will freeze the whole drum rack. That will save us a bit of processing power. Now for the next synth. Again, massive. We will select patch. Find a nice MIDI pattern for it. A bit shorter note. Yes, that's good. That's sounding nice. Now let's fix up the sound a bit. Cutting out the low end. A bit, need a steeper slope here. I will try some saturation here. Some reverb. It's a bit too big. Yeah, that's much nicer. We can add a stereo widener here. Okay, now for some compression. I want the initial punch of the synth. Yes, that's it. Somewhere around there. And now we just let through some of the original sound using the dry wet knob and push back on the threshold. Some more adjustments on the reverb. Let's hear it with the track. Maybe we can get away with some more gain. Some more reverb. Rename the synth. I will now group the synths together. Just Command G or right click group. I will rename the group to synths. So I have everything nice and tidy. And that's it for the one shots.